The Thin Gray Line Collection, brought to you exclusively by LEOChallengeCoins.com. Collect pins, challenge coins, medallions, emblems, patches, and more at LEOChallengeCoins.com. Visit www.LEOChallengeCoins.com.
We do not make deals with inmates. That is my opinion, and I know many of you out there have your own opinion, and I'd love to hear it. But we do not make deals with inmates in exchange for contraband, and we definitely do not twerk for inmates for contraband. Just yesterday, a report came out on July 28th, 2019 at about 6:30 p.m. that information has surfaced. I think it was a couple of years ago that a female captain at Rikers was reported by a correctional officer for twerking for an inmate in order to get the razor that he had in his possession. Now, of course, we want to get a hold of the razor, but by no means is it professional or proper to twerk for an inmate. Hi, I'm Gary York, True Prison Stories. Please subscribe if you like this video. Now, I'm not going to get into the great details of this captain twerking for the inmate. There's a story on it in the New York Post. Just look up Captain Twerks for Inmate. What I want to talk about today is doing a favor or giving promises or making a deal with inmates for contraband. Now, everybody that's listening to this now is probably saying, well, that's against the rules anyway. Why would you do that? Well, obviously, we have people doing that. Obviously, we have an allegation that a captain did that. The officer, by the way, that reported the captain for this misconduct and unprofessional behavior was fired later, and he believes it was in retaliation for being a whistleblower on reporting the captain for her actions. And, of course, it'll be a lawsuit, and it'll be some testimony, and it'll drag out for a while. Well, we don't know the outcome right now, but that's what surfaced to bring that story about, is his lawsuit against the agency for firing him, and he's claiming it's in retaliation for reporting the twerking captain. But anyway, listen, I know a lot of people are thinking, okay, it's good to get the contraband off, so, you know, why can't we make a deal? Well, it's not good, because it'll bite you in the rear end later on, just like it's surfacing now to come back on this allegation against the captain. See, if inmates have contraband and we know about it, we're going to ask them to give us the contraband, hand over the contraband. If they do not wish to hand over the contraband, we will search their cell from top to bottom. We will search every piece of property they have. We will search them from head to toe, and we will get the contraband, okay? We don't have to make deals with inmates to obtain contraband. We will go get the contraband. And, you know, I'm not trying to be a tough guy, hard ass. No, this is just the way it works. Because if you start promising an inmate, you know what, give me your contraband and I won't write you up. Okay, just an example. It's happened though. Now we have to do that for every inmate on the compound if you do it for one. Have you ever seen these cases that hit the courtrooms from officers on the street that are giving breaks, and then people report, hey, I was given a break by this officer. So was I, so was I, so was I. Now everybody that was given a break on a traffic ticket by this officer has brought that out to light. Anybody else who was given a ticket and had to pay that fine, they go to the courthouse and want to file a complaint. And in many cases, the state attorney, if they find it to be true, may throw out those other traffic tickets. It's just an example to show you what can happen, how this builds and builds and builds against you by doing a favor for an inmate. Okay? Another example is inmates that see you doing favors or trading something in exchange for contraband. Like, just an example, I'll give you an extra meal tray today. Give up that hooch you got in your cell up there. Go get the hooch. If you think he's got hooch or she's got hooch in herself, go get it. Hooch is another word, or buck, for homemade alcohol. Inmates that make homemade alcohol. We don't do deals. Just go get the stuff. Do your cell searches. Do your random cell searches. And if you suspect an inmate has contraband, we're first going to ask for it to be turned over. If it's not, we're going to do all the things we do. Cell search, body search. If it has to go all the way to a body cavity search, we'll get the proper permission, the proper medical personnel to do that. Or we'll put them in a cell all alone with a bucket, and we'll leave them in the cell until they poop out the contraband, okay? We have all kinds of ways to do this. We don't do favors. We don't do twerking for an inmate's enjoyment so they'll give you back the razor. Unbelievable if this did occur. I realize it's an allegation right now going through the legal process, but if it happened, unbelievable. A captain at that, please. What kind of example are we setting here for other officers? But anyway, there's so many things that occur within the prisons and jails that, it's not a surprise anymore, but it's a shame. And we definitely have to stop that. We definitely have to set the example on how we're going to be professional. We're going to take control when we need to take control. We're going to find the contraband our way by the rules and regulations and by your agency's policies and procedures. But we're not going to do favors for inmates, because once it's done, you are marked by all the other inmates on the compound, and they will want the same favor, the same treatment. They may even ask you to twerk for them. I don't know. But if they hear that you're a twerker, they will probably ask you to twerk for them, or they will not do what you ask of them. That's not the way we run the prisons and jails. The way we run the prisons and jails is we're going to give you an order by the book, what you're supposed to do. You will have only what you're allowed to have in your possession, on your person, speaking about the inmate, or in the inmate cell. Anything else not listed in the handbook will be contraband and will be confiscated. And if it's just general contraband, it will be destroyed. If it is criminal contraband, we will write an incident report. We will send it forward, and we need the prison inspectors or the jail detectives to get notification of that, and they can run an investigation, and they can send it to the state attorney for outside charges. We're not giving the inmate a favor or a break. Start giving inmates breaks and watch the reputation you're going to get. It's not going to be good. For you old folks that are doing it, stop. For you new officers, listen. Set the stage from the beginning when you start your career. No favors. Keep it straight. Keep it even. Keep it firm, fair, and consistent. But once you start giving one or two inmates a break, you're labeled. And don't get that label starting out in this career. Keep it steady. Keep it straight. Keep it by the book. But take charge when you have to. And if the inmate has a contraband weapon and they won't give it up, we will, form our cell extraction team or whatever we have to do. We'll lock the inmate down until we get our ducks in a row and get in there and get the contraband. We want everybody to be safe and not sorry. Don't be a hero. So on the other hand, don't, on one extreme, don't give a favor to get the contraband, but don't be a hero to get the contraband. Get back up, get your plan of action together, and then go get the contraband. We want everybody to be safe. A hero, it's nice of you to want to go in there and get the contraband, but don't be a hero. You could get hurt badly. That's just something else I wanted to throw in here. Thank you. Please put your thoughts and ideas at the bottom of what you think about doing favors for inmates to get contraband, or also on the other extreme, being a hero to get contraband. Many heroes have rushed into a situation before their backup arrived and gotten hurt badly. If it's a situation that you can handle by waiting, then wait. If a fellow officer now is in danger, please, I have to throw these things in there because some people switch up what I'm saying. If a fellow officer is in danger, no, you won't wait. You're going to rush in there to help your fellow officer, okay? That's a different scenario. We're talking about getting contraband away from an inmate and out of their cell. Of course, remember, and always remember, if a fellow officer is in danger, yes, call for backup as you're running to assist that officer. Thought I would just throw that in there in case my topic of the day is misinterpreted. Today's topic is getting contraband away from inmates. Thank you very much. True Prison Stories, please subscribe.